I'm going to show you how to make your grinds in WoW way more palatable while improving your real life. My name is Antonio. I'm a certified strength and nutrition coach. I make videos to help WoW players who want to improve their lifestyle and become healthier and more fit. Chances are, if you play WoW, you're a really good multitasker. I'm going to give you a strategy that you can use to get tasks done in your real life while you're leveling, farming gold, sitting in LFG, traveling, in classic or retail. At the end of this video, I'm going to give you something you can try today to implement on what I just said. Leveling and grinding is oftentimes considered boring to a lot of people. Some of us like it, but for many it's boring. And most likely you already do something on your second monitor while you complete these tasks. If you implement a task that helps you longer term and you see the longer term reward come, it actually helps build that reward structure in your brain for something you'd normally put off. So in the short term, you're going to feel good because you're being productive in WoW, you're grinding, you're leveling, you're getting your rewards. And then in the long term, you're going to see the fruit of that by improving your life. I feel strongly about this because of what it's actually done for me. I started out by working on my personal trainer certificate. I've been lifting for a long time and strength training. I wanted to learn how to help people change their life because that's what strength training did for me. It took me from a really dark place and it taught me how to channel my energy into something productive, and it was something beautiful. So naturally, I wanted to learn how to help others with it when I felt like I was versed in it. At that point, I'd been lifting for about 5 or 6 years. I had to take the NASM personal trainer course, and Season to Discovery had just come out right around that time, and I wanted to play it. I turned on the NASM course, I pressed play and listened to it and scrolled through it while I leveled in Season Discovery. I didn't know how it was going to work, and I did do some setup stuff for both of them kind of separately on their own, but once I understood how it was going to function, I was effectively listening to the textbook, wall grinding in my sod, and progressing my character, which was super cool. And it was satisfying. I kept a little note sheet to the side too, so if I was autoing a mob or wanding, or I think I played a warlock, so wanding and my dots were ticking and I was channeling, I could scribble something down real quick while I was engaged with the course material. And then inside I was progressing. That eventually turned into so much more down the road, but that's kind of how I got rolling, is just trying it out. I got my personal training cert done. I passed the test the first time. I went back and I had to really figure out where the gaps were in my studies because of the practice test answers I was getting wrong consistently. So I just narrowed it down, and then I put focus time to actually study on that. But I got through most of the work, I would say 90% of the work, while I was grinding 2 different warlocks in SOD, which was fun. I also got to play in-game in SOD separately. But a lot of that grind and that bull work that needed to get done was satisfying because I was multitasking and rewarding my brain for both. Later on, that turned into me just playing classic and listening to audiobooks, doing something similar. So a lot of these benefited my job at the time. How to Win Friends and Influence People is a book that really helped me a lot with being a trainer. I chose to listen to audiobooks that would help me with my job. So How to Win Friends and Influence People was one that stood out to me and I learned about. And so I was grinding mobs in classic. I would just pop that in and I'd have a little note sheet, and it really helped me in my job. So I would learn this information while I was grinding, and grinding doesn't really take a lot of mental space. Then I would apply that information at my job when I inevitably have to go to work, and then my work performance would improve, and then I would make more money and help more people. And so I got a reward from that, and then I also got a reward of listening to the book while I was on the grind. So it was super cool, and that's only snowballed over time. The point is, you can play the game and grind gold, or like for me it was just grinding classic, but it could be anything for you. You could play the game and grind gold or do that steady grind because we're WoW players. It's a grindy game. If you're traveling around for an achievement, you're hunting for that, or you're hunting for pets, stuff you can kind of do on autopilot and think about 12 different things, or manage 20 different Discord DMs as I've seen friends do. But if you make it productive on that second monitor and complete tasks while you're putting 20% of your effort into WoW, you're getting that short-term dopamine hit, and then you're getting that long-term growth investment from the work that you're actually doing rather than neglecting it just to fulfill the short-term dopamine. What I'd encourage you to try, if you're intrigued by this concept, is just to set yourself up with something easy that you can do on your second monitor. It could be a book, educational YouTube video, and then set yourself up with just a steady grind you can do in game without thinking very much. So probably not a keystone, probably not a raid, probably not PvP, right? Just something very relaxing. For me, it's grinding mobs in classic or traveling. See how much you get done in the game. See how much information you absorbed. Make note of how it feels, and then kind of evaluate that, and then you can start to gel how that structure is going to look for you, and you can get a lot of stuff done both at the same time. I'd love to know what's your favorite second monitor activity. If you found this video helpful, please drop a like and subscribe to see more tips that I put out to help you improve your lifestyle and become more fit.